He would tell you about how to beat Jake Paul.
He would be very happy. I'm just ready to fight. You know, I've said everything I had to say. It's nothing.
The usually stoic Mike Tyson we saw at the press conference had a lot more simmering beneath the surface regarding Jake Paul. As the boxing legend approaches the fight, he has become tougher and more laid back. His silence during the press conference was not due to uncertainty or fear, but signaled the resurgence of the brutal and vicious Iron Mike Tyson. Jake Paul, failing to read the tense atmosphere, aggressively confronted Tyson after the event, leading to a fierce altercation that was only quelled by those around him. Clearly, Tyson is once again entering that dangerous mindset where he becomes a formidable and hateful adversary. During the press conference, Mike Tyson spoke only 27 words in response to 4 questions. When Ariel Helwani, the host of the official fight press conference in Texas on Wednesday night, opened the floor to media questions, Tyson's performance was surprisingly subdued. Helwani's first question essentially asked Tyson if he felt near his best ahead of the intriguing and controversial fight with influencer Jake Paul, which will be streamed live on Netflix on Friday night.
Said everything I had to say. There's nothing else to say. I'm just looking forward to fighting. Well, the people speak for itself. I'm fine with everything.
I'm back, Tyson responded. I'm just happy to be here. The second question referenced Paul's preparation for his 12th pro bout and his claim that he was going to kill Tyson. Paul said he's going to kill you. Is that true, Mike? I'm ready. I want that killer. I don't want any excuses when I knock you out, Paul had said. In response, Tyson simply stated, I'm just ready. That's all I can say. I'm just ready. Helwani then brought up a quote where Tyson described Paul as a manufactured killer, not a natural-born killer like himself. Yeah, that's what I said, Tyson confirmed. When asked to elaborate, Tyson added, it's just what I, and left the thought unfinished.
I'm fine with everything. I'm fine with everything.
Anything come to mind, Mike? I'll take that as a no.
I'm not talking about fighting anybody, only.
The final question during the formal part of the press conference referenced Cusdamado, the man who rescued Tyson from the streets and transformed him into the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. When asked what his mentor would think of the fight and how he would advise Tyson to defeat Paul, Tyson responded, he would be very happy. It's not unusual for fighters to become more reserved as they approach fight night, their minds naturally fixated on the significance of the upcoming bout, the rewards for winning and the repercussions for losing. Many fighters also feel uneasy in front of the media, a point Helwani highlighted as he attempted to probe the usually outspoken Tyson. In his prime, Tyson was known for some of the most foul-mouthed and controversial outbursts in boxing history, once famously telling a fan, I'll bang you till you love me. Over the years, he has certainly mellowed, but it is still rare to see a fighter offer so little, particularly at an event designed to ignite interest. The slightly awkward atmosphere did not go unnoticed by Paul's opponent, Amanda Serrano, who expressed sympathy for her fellow New Yorker. It's tough, Serrano said. Facing the media is part of the job, but it can be overwhelming, especially with everything at stake. Despite his subdued demeanor, Tyson's silence spoke volumes. His quiet confidence and focused presence hinted at a brewing storm. This wasn't the first time Tyson adopted a low-key approach before a big fight. Historically, his most devastating performances came after periods of intense introspective preparation. Paul, on the other hand, seemed eager to provoke Tyson, perhaps underestimating the legend's capacity to channel his fury into his fists. I'm ready. I want that killer. I don't want any excuses when I knock you out, Paul declared. His bravado, though entertaining, may have misjudged Tyson's mood. Tyson's terse responses, I'm just ready. That's all I can say. I'm just ready underscored his readiness to let his actions in the ring do the talking. Helwani then brought up a recent quote from Tyson where he described Paul as a manufactured killer, not a natural-born killer like himself. Yeah, that's what I said, Tyson confirmed. When asked to elaborate, Tyson added, it's just what I, and left the thought unfinished, his words hanging ominously in the air. As the press conference drew to a close, it was clear that Tyson's return to the ring was not just another fight. It was a deeply personal journey back to the essence of who he is. The shadow of Cusdamado loomed large, a reminder of Tyson's roots and the discipline that once made him an unstoppable force in the boxing world. The fight with Paul represents more than just a match. It's a test of whether the fire that once burned so brightly in Tyson still flickers with the same intensity. For Paul, this fight is a chance to prove himself against a legend, to show that he belongs in the ring with the best. For Tyson, it's an opportunity to remind the world of the raw power and ferocity that made him a champion. The world will be watching on Friday night, live on Netflix, as these two fighters from different worlds collide. The build-up may have been uncharacteristically quiet from Tyson, but come fight night, the roar of Iron Mike is sure to be deafening.